Don't transplant your tomatoes in the garden like that. Today I'm going to show you why you shouldn't transplant your tomatoes like that and how I plant and set up my tomatoes so that they could produce earlier and give me bigger harvest. First thing I want to talk about is why you shouldn't plant tomatoes without burying the stem. The reason I don't plant my tomatoes like that is because all this stem right here can be buried and will grow roots. Over the season, the tomato that we buried will be healthier and more productive. And the way I like to do it is I'll start by trimming off the first lower leaves. And now the next step is very important if we want to get big yields. You want to add some cow manure or some compost to the area that you're planting your tomatoes. If you plant your tomatoes without the manure or compost, it will lead to smaller yields and less productive plants. The second thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add a tablespoon of bone meal into the hole that I just dug. Bone meal is rich in phosphorus, and phosphorus is what makes the tomatoes produce more flowers and fruits. I'll make sure to link to a bone meal that I use in my garden in the description. And next, I'm going to plant my tomato and make sure to bury the stem. Now, if you don't have a lot of deep space, what you could also do, you could plant them sideways into your raised bed, like what I'm doing here, and they will still grow roots from the stem. In case you're wondering, the varieties that I have here is the Amy Sugar Jam, which is a frost-hardy tomato plant. And then I also have the Costalutu Genovese. Now, because these tomatoes have been growing for a while inside, although I did move them to my greenhouse for the past few days, and I just planted them out, it could cause the leaves to get sunburned or worst, kill them. Not hardening off your tomato plants will make them vulnerable to the outside elements. So what I do is I'll take a roofing metal and some metal stakes, and I let them stay in the sun until I start to see them wilt. And when I check up on them and we see that they start to wilt, we'll put the metal up to provide them some shade. That's what we do for the first week to finish hardening off our tomato plants from the greenhouse. Like seeing Tweaker in the video, then make sure to pack a like emoji in the comments for her. So that's how to plant tomatoes the right way. I hope you learned a lot. If you did, watch this series of videos to get big yields. Goodbye!